Surrender. From what I could see through the branches, he was not unattractive. But still, he was a lurker. I kept my finger where it was. I was hiding too. What makes you think I was hiding? I'd entered interrogation mode. The same skills that made someone a stellar FBI agent made me an excellent teacher and elementary school principal. You're the one who said hiding. Who were you hiding from? Well, that's personal. Phone still at the ready, I stepped out into the open. Time to be a grown-up. Time to put on my professional principal persona and take charge, nip this conversation in the bud. Besides, while it was true that this guy could be here to harm me, the more likely scenario was that he was someone important to my career. A parent, a rich alumnus, a reporter. I owed it to myself and my profession to handle this ugly situation with grace, all the while prepared to scream bloody murder if necessary. I held out my right hand, the one I hadn't just used to scratch my butt. I'm Aaron. His eyes lit up with recognition. Aaron Sharp. He grinned and... Whoa. It hit me that my earlier assessment of not unattractive was a gross understatement. This dude was hot, tall and lean but muscular, in his expertly fitted suit. He'd tousled his cocoa-colored hair in a way that was supposed to look natural, but probably took him a half hour to accomplish, and he wore glasses with thick black frames that would have looked nerdy on anyone but him. They made him look like Clark Kent, only minimally masking his Superman persona. Pursuing this guy would stress me out. He was much too cool for me. I bet he stayed up way past 10 p.m. and enjoyed spending quality time together. Definitely not my type. Besides, he was a tree lurker. I mean, obviously, I had standards. Yes, I was dressed like fucking Cinderella at a bachelorette auction, but I had standards. Also, yes, I was an elementary school principal who used the word fuck liberally while not at work. You would too if you spent most of your day biting your tongue around surly parents, snippy teachers, and unruly students. How do you... I asked, even though I knew how he probably knew me. It had been big news around these parts when I left my job in the Chicago Public Schools to take over as principal at the Glenfield Academy. Chicago was a series of small towns in a big metropolitan area, and I'd come in as quite the curiosity on the North Shore, an outsider from the city who had never attended private school before, let alone taught at one. You're Dirt's girlfriend, glasses dude said. That was not what I'd expected him to say. He narrowed his eyes and shook his head slightly, waiting for a hint of recognition from me. We met at Loyola? Oh, right. The night my ex had dragged me to his 20th high school reunion so he could show all the guys who'd once shunned him that he still had his hair. Dirk, I said, though who knew why I bothered to defend him by invoking his real name? Old habits died hard, I guessed. And we broke up. Glasses guy grinned. His teeth were perfect, straight, and white. My dentist dad would probably tell me to lock this dude down now, which, get out of my head, Dad, he's not the one for us. You stole the wine, the guy said. Say what now? I knew exactly what he meant, but was shocked he remembered it. You stole the wine. Yeah, I know what I did, but why do you? Because it was the most amazing thing that happened that night. You saved the whole party. He raised his hand, and I reached up to high-five him, which was odd, but okay. I may have noted the size of his hands in the process. Not that I looked on purpose. It was just that Dirk's hands had been so small we could have shared gloves. The difference was staggering. Anyone would have noticed.